It's Alveeta here this morning. I tell you, I'm sitting here this morning just doing my devotions and reading the gospel, at 1611 King James Bible. The authorized edition, that red letter. That red letter means that Jesus said some words in there. That's what it means. And, I'm really upset this morning. I have been kind of hooked on TV this past, and I've been sick, and I've been watching this TV show on this channel, this Austin and East channel or something like that. It's about that duck people, out there, and all them beards and everything. Jesus, he had a beard. He sure did. He had a beard. So these people have to be religious and everything because Jesus, he had one. And, I was sitting here watching the news last night, and I seen where they have taken the man off that show, the daddy of that show, Philip. Yes, he said some things about homosexuals. He sure did. Jesus, I was reading in that Bible, 1611 King James Bible, in my devotions this morning, praying out to God and praying for people. I prayed for that Philip guy this morning. I sure did. Prayed for his family. I'm telling you something, that All-Seas channel, they was wrong. I was reading in that Bible this morning, the red letter edition. Jesus said, when these red letters, when you're reading in that Bible, that's Jesus talking. It sure is. I don't get, Alveeta, she doesn't give one flying flip what people say. It's funny that people can disagree with you, and all of a sudden there's a big uproar about it. This LBGI Joe group, LBG something, LBGIEIO. I don't understand what all that means. I'm sorry, Alveeta's got a cold this morning. She's been crying too, just a little bit. But this Philip guy says something about the LBGI Joe group, and here they go. What'd they do? They started complaining, and this Austin East channel, they took him right off the show. How come it is that we get this stuff thrown up in our face and nobody does anything? But I tell you one thing, when you say something about the LBGI Joe EIEIO group, they'll say something and then people just fall all over them. I just don't understand it. But that red letter edition, Jesus speaking about stuff like that homosexuality and men laying with men and women with women. All Philip was doing was speaking the truth. That's all he's doing. He's speaking what he believes in. But, there's none of that freedom of speech. I'm telling you, it's not. The only speech that's out there is what the LBGI Joe EIEIO group wants to say about it. That's all it is. If you disagree with them, that's why I call them G.I. Joe, because by Joe, they'll say something. People fall all over them. Folks, I'm telling you, it's going to take more than the Facebook post to do something about this. People need to stand up, and they need to start raising a little cane is what they need to do. That's what needs to happen instead of posting these little posts on there. I'm telling you, this Philip guy, he's saying what he believes, and that's what we ought to do. You know why the LBGI, Joe, EIEIO people do what they do and get by with what they get by with? I'll tell you, Alveeta knows, because they speak up. And we Christians, we sit around and we don't do anything about it. We just think, well, we'll just be quiet and love everybody. Let me tell you something. Jesus went in there and turned over the tables in the temple. He sure did. He turned over the money changers' tables in there because he's ticked off at them. Let me tell you something. It's all right for a Christian to stand up for what's right. I'm telling you, it sure is. Alveeta knows. She stood up for what's right on some things. She sure did. She sure did. I'm telling you something, I'm behind Philip 100%. I'm going to go down there and see him. So I'm going to pray over him and pray at his church. I think what we need to do is get a mass movement going. And we need to get down there. We need to ride. Let's not ride to Washington. It's sometimes you need to just ride somewhere else. I think we need to all get us a movement going. And let's just get a group of cycles and motor scooters and trucks and cars and people get together one Sunday, and we need to go down there and just walk in their church house and worship with them is what we need to do, and show the country that as Christians are sticking together. That's right. We're praying for people, but we're sticking to what we believe. Let's get us a movement and go down there and worship with them. That's right. Bombard that church house, I know, and pray over their heads. That's what will get on our face. Alveeta's got bad knees, but I'm telling you, she can get down there and pray with them. I'm going to tell you that right now. Alveeta's, I'm going to have to take my nerve pill. I'm getting shook up. It's just upsetting to me. I'm going to tell you that this morning. Well, folks, I'm going to let you go because I've just got tears flowing down my cheeks and I need to pray some more. Got to get me under control. That's right. But we need to pray for Philip, and we need to pray that these Austinese people, these A&Es, something with it, and they get their hearts right and then change the way they've been thinking. And I'm telling you what, these LBGI, Joe, EIEIO people, I just don't understand them. What Phil said is true. I'm telling you, women parts are much more desirable, I'm sure, if you're a man than if you're a woman. I never have understood that. But anyhow, Alveeta, you just pray for her today. She's really upset, and I'm doing my best this morning. But let's get us a movement going, folks, and let's go down to that Louisiana church down there and pray for them. How about that? That'd be a great idea, I think, and I think Alveeta's going to try to head that up. Hey, man, you just pray for me today.